Hello everyone, welcome to Bargain Gaming, where we can play excellent games without busting our wallets. Now that we have just finished Nioh, I think it would be a good place to do a recap of what we have learned in the game. So, number one is that after playing this, Nioh is an excellent, is a fantastic game, very deep, and it takes a huge learning curve to be able to play it well. And as such, because it has a deep learning curve, it is brutal, and it is a very hard game. It is in the same class as Dark Souls game and Dead Space and Bloodborne. They are all very hard games. The game allows us, in fact, to play the game well, we have to have we expect to suffer a lot of deaths because we need to learn the playing style, the movesets of the monsters. We have to even familiarize ourselves with the kind of avatar we are developing. So patience and discipline are extremely important in that sense that we cannot be too greedy and we want to do more damage. You know, one extra hit. That usually leads to disaster. And in games like this, we take advantage of a small opening, get one or two hits in, and then move out. And that is the nature of the game. It's just that these monsters hit very, very hard. Now, number three, that patience and discipline for me is like number two that we have to be able to practice well. And number three is that the reason why this game is so fantastic is that any build can work in this game. Heavy build with a heavy axe or a heavy hammer will finish the game. But that's a play style again. So you can take more damage and you can deal more damage. But our playstyle was primarily built on almost a light glass cannon. Light glass cannon because it's a light cannon because we are partially ninjutsu based, and Omnio based. Omnio is the magic that is practiced in this game, and Omnio is based on the elements, meaning fire, water, lightning, earth, wind, earth, right? Earth? Did I say earth? I think five of them. Okay, and so different, like fire will continue to burn. I think wind will slow down the character. Earth muddies a character also, makes their movement, makes them use more ki. Lightning slows down the character also. I mean, people that are infected by lightning or muddied by earth or saturated by water, they have effects on the character. And so, because of all the elements, because we can have a heavy build like a tank build, in our case we played a ninjutsu and magic build, which is ninjutsu and onmyo build. And so our avatar was like a light glass cannon. We can deal an adequate medium range kind of damage, not really heavy, but very, very fast, very steady. And we also have a tremendous amount of range ability. So in number four, our Ninja Omnio build, we worked on the Kusarigama. We can actually use a sword also, or even a dual sword for our ninja build. But I went the way of the Kusarigama because it has tremendous speed. And then there are three stances in the game, meaning the top stance means it's all about delivering damage. Mid stance is about more defensive, and then the low stance is all about, I think it's between the two, and it delivers a lot of medium damage. And then and anyway, the Kusarigama for me when I played this, Using the low stance is everything. All I need is using the low stance because it's hard for me to manipulate. Like I said, I have my dexterity is not very high, and therefore I pick the easiest. I would say for me the easiest path is a Kusarigama, low stance, with enough ninjutsu and enough Onmyo for the build. And the Onmyo, for the ninjutsu side, I think the most important one, I'm trying to find out there is one, I keep losing it. For the low stance, this is what? Pulse of Heaven, no, high key stance. Low stance only follow we call with a strike that goes you out. Okay, so this one with a backstep. No, the backstep is not good. Sounds that she used keys even when dodging. When no. Where is this thing? It's auto key and follows it with a powerful attack. This is the most important. So the Reaper, see, the Reaper delivers this is the most important Kusarigama skill to have. This can take down bosses, will take down high level. Anyway, I use this a lot to take down bosses. This one. First, it doesn't use as much ki, and let me backtrack a little bit. The characters that we're playing here, rely on many items in their stats, and in their statistics is that you have body represents the amount of health, heart to a certain extent the ki, which is in this case stamina, and so if we have, and stamina also, if we don't have ki, we might be very strong, but we cannot deliver, we cannot move, we don't have the stamina to do things. And then for our build, the most important one is dexterity, and so we have dexterity at 46. And then since we're semi-Onmyo, we have magic at 27. And then also our level currently is at 133. The end mission is, I think, it's 134. So we are at the level of the game. And then our agility is determined at the bottom. Our agility determines our ability to move, to roll, to evade, to dodge, the speed at which we can avoid. I think the magic number is equipment weight should be under 30%. We are at 26.7. So we want to maintain an agility of A so that we can move very fast. Like I said, we are a light crystal cannon. So a couple of hits and we're dead. And a lot of the bosses can one-shot us, and it has happened. We have been one-shot many times. So again, that's why based on our play style is that we have a lot of ranged ability. And so going back to what we need to learn for the Kusarigama, this is the most important one, the Reaper. And this is grapple. So these are the keys that we want. And then for the I think the others are pretty good. Now for the ninjutsu, the most important for me, for us in this game, were all the bombs. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. So we have maxed out all the bombs. Oh, we have not bought this, have we? We have not bought that. Oh, okay. Anyway, so those are the most important things for us. And then for the Onmyo build, the most important are these two. The lifesteal talisman, at least in my playstyle, the lifesteal greatly diminishes the ability of our opponent to generate ki. And when they're out of ki, they are dead ducks. There's a special move that allows us to deal tremendous amount of damage to opponents that are out of ki. And if we are out of ki, we also suffer the same punishment. They can deal the same kind of punishment against us. So this lifesteal talisman is secondary. The primary is this. This is sloth. It causes our opponents to move in slow motion. By investing all 3 segments of it, we can get up to 6 talismans that we can put on our opponent, and then 6 of these also. So for the Kusarigama, we have to have the Reaper. For ninjutsu, we are bomb based, and for Onmyo, lifesteal and talisman sloth. And then in the ninjutsu, the bombs allows us range ability. And then for the Onmyo, these 2 are also ranged. They are devigorate. And then these are I have invested in fire shots, which gives us 9 ability, 9 fireball flame-based spells, gives us 9 water-based spells, and then this one gives us 9 wind-based spells. Now these are medium range spells. So that for me, these are very important because again we can use the bombs and these spells to soften up our foes. Now, in relation to ninjutsu and Onmyo, there are 2 points to consider. Every time for the dexterity that we improve, we will get a point in both Onmyo and ninjutsu. There are 2 points, or there are 2 credits that we get every time we invest in dexterity. We're given like 4 or 5 points that we can use to purchase abilities, and then 1 point to determine how much of abilities we can carry. Now, this thing can be so. In Onmyo, the same thing happens. Whenever we invest in magic, we are given 3 to 4 points to purchase abilities, and 1 point to carry those abilities. Now, those are very different things. Dex ability to carry stuff stops at 30 dexterity. Beyond that, we're just given points to buy abilities, but we cannot carry more than the allotted 30 points carrying capacity. In magic, it is the same. So once we go back to this these things under the Onmyo, at the lowest page we have this. So it increases Onmyo magic capacity by 3. So these, by investing all 3, we were able to increase our Onmyo capacity, ability to carry, by 9. And then the same thing is also present in the ninjutsu. We can carry, it gives us another 9 points of carrying capacity. And this is demonstrated by the difference of this. We can go to the shrine, and then using the right on the diagonal stick, we will go to this chart that says ready jutsu. So the ready jutsu, hold on before I go that. So that's why the point, let me first explain the points that we get for buying stuff. So the points that we get for buying stuff are revealed here. We are on our right hand side, we see ninja skill points. We have 14, and this particular ability that is highlighted, it costs 1 point. This is okay, ninjutsu. Okay, so ninjutsu has this ninjutsu, And then samurai is applicable for all the weapons. I mean, from the katana, dual sword, spear, axe, kusarigami, and I think, where is the hammer? I don't see the hammer. I think the hammer and the blade or the axe are the same, because I never paid attention. But so these points invested in this are samurai skill points. Samurai skill points do not have capacities. They are just, we earn the samurai skill points based on our level, based on our investment in either in dexterity, in skill, heart, body. We get one samurai point. I think in most of them, except for magic and spirit. But from dexterity, I wasn't paying attention. But from body all the way down to dexterity, every time we go up one level and invest in those, we also get one samurai point. And also we get like samurai locks, novice, master, veteran. Samurai locks, they yield samurai points, and we use those to buy these abilities. And so with the ninjutsu, we use the same ninja skills to buy these abilities. Like these, we buy them like 4. This costs 4. This costs 4, a 5 per. There are 3 levels to this, and there are 3 levels to this, and there are 3 levels to these. So, and we also need that to buy the ones at the bottom. This one, capacity. And so with Omnio, it's the same thing. We need skill points on our upper right hand corner. On the right side of the screen, we see we need 3 points, 3 points. So to buy these, we have to do those. And then now that we have the ability, we have to invest in called ready jutsu. So we go here, left and right, L1, R1. Left is the jutsu, ninjutsu. So we can buy those. And then at the middle lower hand corner, it shows that we have total jutsu cost is 37. We have invested 37. No. We have available in our capacity to carry 40 jutsu points, and we have used up a total of 37. And those are used up by these medicine power. This is our power pill. These are the fire bombs. And then, so we have all of these other abilities, but we don't have the capacity. So there's no point in investing in those because we don't have the, not investing. There's no more capacity to buy those. So that means if we want to buy that, we need another 5 points, but our maximum is 40, so we don't have it. We can do that. We can do this. We can do this. We cannot buy this. So our capacity is only 40 points. Now for Omnio, it's the same thing. So our capacity is 37, and so these are all abilities we have bought, but we cannot invest in those, or we cannot what do you call this? We cannot install it, or we cannot carry it. And those things are seen based on here, where when we look at this, we will see these are our capacity here. So left, L1, L2. So sloth, we have put all 6 that we bought. Power pill, that improves our ability by 25 points, our ability to dish out DPS. Life steal 6, and then elixir is 1. And then these are the bombs that we have invested in, and this Kayaku is provided by the game, so we pick those things up. And then these are my Omnios page. So these will appear when we are in game, and these are our quick shortcuts. And so, okay, I guess we have covered enough of those things, right? So. And then another item is the use of living weapons. our living weapons are determined by the guardians. The guardians, each is different. Like they have, again, they follow the same elements. Like Kato is a very good all-around living guardian, and as we collect Amrita when we kill foes, the living guardian is powered up. So Kato right now, if you look at Kato, Kato is a little on the dark side, but on the right side, Itokuri has a shining light around it. So that means we can now use the living weapon. The living weapon is like our Musu mode or our ultimate mode, and we deal a lot more damage against the enemies, and enemies' damage against us are actually absorbed by the living weapon. So like in this, Kato has a might of 1280. That determines the amount of damage we do, and it's a usable time of 15.8 seconds. So that means it's relatively long. But at the bottom it says C plus Amrita gauge rate. So it takes a little while longer to build up. It takes more Amrita to build up to a full living weapon. Unlike Itokuri has an A plus in Amrita gauge rate, and but it has only 600, half the damage ability of Kato, but it has a slightly longer usable time. Now each Spirit Guardian has different abilities. Like I'm using Itokuri right now because I have been using it primarily for farming, so I need the luck component. And so that's for living guardians. And then and so living weapons are good for boss fights, good for heavy duty opponents, and sometimes I try to keep it as like an emergency ace in the hole. And then another point that we need to do is we need to visit the dojo as the story progresses along, because there's the beginning, middle, high middle, and then end part, and there are training sessions that we have to do with the specific class. Like in this case, samurai, ninja, and omyo. They will allow us to open previously locked abilities, because on our ability page not all of the abilities are immediately open to us for purchase. Here all of these there are like 3 or 4 stages to this, so only by completing training in the dojo. Right now I've completed all 4 parts of it, and therefore all of them are open to me, so I can now invest in any of those. So visiting the dojo is very important. Now, finally, closing to the end, these are, I call these charms. These are charms or good luck or whatever. So depending, since I'm farming, I'm using the luck charms. So the charms on this, aside from luck, like this one has at the middle says it has in ninjutsu duration bonus power pill, so the power pill will last longer. It has an A rating. Now this other one, I usually use a wind omnio wind here. No, not this one. Where is it? I'm using for fighting bosses. I use a wind in sloth. It gives an A minus to sloth, so that means the slow curse that I put on our opponents will last a lot longer with an A, because it has an A minus sign to it. So it has a rating of A minus. So these are important in what we are trying to do. And then finally also the uniform, or the I'm wearing an Iga. These are all ninja gear. So wearing a full set of this actually gives us what do you call this? Gives us a set bonus. See, the set bonus is if we have, that is by pressing R2, it shows us that currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 5 pieces gives us all of those bonuses: damage reduction, recover ninjutsu items 42%. So all the way down, dash endurance is 20%. So the other two missing that we don't have on are in this one. We have the Omikaba here. This one, Omikiba. If we put that on, and then if we put on the sword, which is also Muramasa. Now we have a complete set. Look at that on our right side. Our complete set now is ninjutsu damage bonus is AA. So if we use all of these, it gives us the additional. So there's a set bonus in short. So it depends on what you want to play, and all of them have set bonuses. A spear, hammers, dual swords. They have set bonuses also. And then ultimately, most finally, is that although our level is 134, our equipment, I was able to get equipments that are level 150. Not the divine weapons. I'm not talking about divine weapons. We have weapons that are, like this. I'm using a Shishido Kusarigama. And this is level 150. We cannot get this on our normal missions. What happens is that, like this is one of our main missions. Every time we go through a main mission, after we have finished the main mission, it becomes a twilight mission, and it appears on this side, the red 2 circles here. So I was able to do a mission that was actually a side the main mission here, which is the mountain. Where's the mountain? Yeah, here. Source of Kurodas. Oh no. Sorry. No. Anyway, here I think the Mountain of Remorse. I finished the main mission here, which is a defiled holy mountain, is only level 120, and as soon as I finished that, it became a twilight mission over here. It was level 145. So this is farmable. That means we don't have to complete the mission, but there are a lot of little guys that will drop level 145 to level 150 weapons, and then so we can farm that and then just use a Hiromoji branch to get back to our starting position. And they also drop not only good loot, but they also drop good money. So those are all of the previous missions that we have done are also farmable. So they are all targets for farming. And what some people might not realize is that the Twilight missions are actually the best farmable missions, because the small guys and the medium level bosses can be farmed. We don't have to take on the ultimate boss in that mission because they are very, very hard to kill. So no, we just go through the missions again and again and again. Just get back out, or just keep going to the shrine and get the those things to respawn. Anyway, I hope this was helpful for everyone. Those are the lessons we have learned by playing through this game. I hope you find it helpful. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you will join me in my next game. Bye.